Good afternoon, kindergarten families and parents. Welcome to Lincoln Elementary. We have an exciting show for you here today. As I was watching the kindergartners perform, practicing for this program today, I couldn't help but think back to kinder camp at the beginning of the school year and then the start of the year, where we had a lot of anxious boys and girls walking into our building. We had some tears, we had some smiles. But today, this is just a collection of all their hard work throughout the course of the year, and they truly the stars of the show today. So they have a great performance for you. Before we get started, I do ask that you please just double check your cell phones to make sure they are on silent as we turn it over to Mrs. F for our performance. Thanks, everyone.
Why don't we go from Z to A? Then it'd be so easy to say. Let's find out.
Wanted to confuse us because some are so tricky and this does not amuse us.
Some of the names got sounds some of the letters got sounds letters don't make. Hard to take track of it gives us a big head.
What's up?
elemental. Someone has partners to make a sound that's new.
Let's put a few together and see what they can do.
Some
word. With nothing but the consonants, the words we say will not make sense.
Listen closely, then you hear when it's on E in there.
While it's quiet, it can be in full until silent E. vowel or a consonant. It makes my noggin spin. What am I supposed to be? Where do I fit in?
Sometimes it makes me want to laugh, sometimes it makes me want to cry. It also puts my friends when they call me sometimes why.
When you take two vowels and you put them side by side, the second is the follow, the first is due to come. O plus A makes an O sound, and E plus A makes an E sound. When trying to figure out the sound, the first vowel is the key. Of all the letters in history, none of them are full of mystery. As the 24th, and so complex, perplexing, vexing letter X. From sentences to paragraphs and stories we can share, just think how empty it would feel without each letter there.
No little can we do without. They each fulfill a need. Together they're the building blocks of all we write and read.
How about one more round of applause for our kindergarten? They have truly been exceptional this year. There have been many times this year, although the youngest in our building, that we have leaned on them to lead the building as well. And we really appreciate that about them, and we cannot wait to see them go to second or to first grade and then to second grade. So they have done a fantastic job. I want to thank everybody for being here. I have a few announcements before I turn it back over to Mrs. F. We will have juice and cookies over in the cafeteria. If you are taking your child with you, I ask that one of the parents walk down to the kindergarten room and sign them out. They will have a clipboard in their room, if you could please do that. If you have a first grade student or a second grade student that you are picking up, they will be in the office, so you can pick them up at door number 1. And then we will get ready for our normal dismissal at 2:30 today. So I just ask that at 2:30 everybody has exited the building. And again, thank you again for coming, and I'll turn it back over to Mrs. F.
Well, good afternoon. We hope you enjoyed Alphabet Adventures of Sometimes Why, and thank you for joining us on this stormy day. I want to congratulate these kindergarten students who are standing in front of you. These boys and girls have worked incredibly hard to prepare for this day. I would have to look back in my notes from the last 13 years of teaching, but I don't ever remember doing a program in kindergarten where they had 10 unique songs that they had to learn for a performance. Generally, most programs that I do in any grade level, the average amount of songs is 5 to 6. When I picked this program, I fully expected to have to drop some of the songs. I thought for sure there'd be 3-4 songs that we wouldn't be prepared to sing, but I'm so happy to report that these students sang all 10 original songs. Give them another round of applause. Not only were there 10 different songs, but as you can tell, most of them had many lyrics and verses. This was a fun program to help the students prepare for because it highlights a fundamental aspect of kindergarten learning. The alphabet, while simple on the surface, is the foundation of reading and writing. And most people realize the incredible importance of literacy, and kindergarten and WIN teachers play a significant role in laying the framework of literacy for our students. If you had walked into my classroom between the months of March and April, you probably would have expected to see music terms and symbols written on my whiteboard, but instead, my whiteboard was completely full of letters and words and sounds because I was reinforcing the phonetic concepts in these songs that I knew the children had been learning in their classrooms. Music is vital for every student for music's sake, but it can also support cross-curricular learning, and it is something that I do frequently in my classroom. I hope that through the process of learning these songs and preparing for this program, it has only strengthened the development of literacy in our kindergarten students. People who have studied other languages probably realize that English is actually one of the most confusing languages to learn. And then try to teach that to a bunch of 5- and 6-year-olds. Not easy. I said a lot of thank yous this morning to our staff and students for all their support throughout our programs this year. I again want to thank my awesome specialist team, Ms. Shaw and Mr. Ruby, for their wonderful support. And even though I'm the only one standing in front of you today, there are always a lot of other individuals that are involved in these programs. So thanks to Mr. Deal, who generously gives his time to make sure these performances are documented on our district's YouTube channel and available for years to come. We hope you join us in the cafeteria to celebrate the accomplishments of these amazing, almost first graders. Thank you for your support. Go Flyers!
Excuse me. You still got it.